Hey Matt, how are you?
I'm fine. And you?
I'm doing good, Matt. Thank you. So Matt, how was the day so far?
It's cool, but it's good. It's a good response for the new album, and I have interviews every fucking day. It's fantastic. I can't complain.
Wonderful.
And next thing to 6:30, so then I have to do it in 24 minutes for you now. So
Yeah.
that's the record company's decision. But that's good. And you were good, yeah, right? Where are you calling from? Are you calling from?
I'm calling from India, Matt.
Okay, really?
Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. Very cool.
Also,
Yeah. Just go for it, man. Just go for it.
yes, yeah. So Matt, Sweet Evil Sin is to be out on November 18th. So would you like to tell me a bit about the songwriting and production behind this new album?
Yeah, everything has been like a little bit of a different way because Johan is back for a proper album recording. He's only been like in hired gun for Door to Doom, and Epicus was the same thing in '86. So this is the first time we could work together with him from the beginning for a year. I mean, they got like 2 weeks to do Door to Doom, and they got 2 weeks to do Epicus. So for him as well, it's been like, for us and everybody, it's been like the process as being a band together instead of having somebody else coming in at the last minute to do something. Leif is doing the songs as always. That's the way it's going to be in Candlemass. But we still do things. Leif is not a dictator who says you're going to play this and you're going to do that. We do it together. Even he's the songwriter. That's been for Candlemass for 37 years. But on this process is the best thing about it that we've been in band together, 5 of us for the first time. Yes.
Wonderful. And Matt, was there any particular theme or a concept that was put behind Sweet Evil Son?
It was a concept. It was what you mean with the title, or what we meant about the. You mean that?
Yes.
No, it's with the lyric thing. Is I think the same way that Leif goes for every album. He's writing things. Some of the things that happen in the world today, and it's like a little bit we can read between the lines. We can see some things that actually what we are today. You know, it's like Sweet Evil Son. The title track says quite much. I think when you talk about the sun, everybody talks about wherever you are. I mean, in Sweden, it's like when the sun is shining, it's like shit. The sun is shining today. Everybody's happy. Tomorrow is the sun is going to shine. Yeah, well, everybody's happy about that. But that's a good point. That today, when you see what's going around in the world and what's happening, the sun, even if the sun is shining, is still right now very evil. So it's not just because the sun is shining, everything is good. No, it's a sweet evil sun. That's the main point, I think. That's the main point of the title. It's not only sweet sun. It's not only the sun is shining. Everybody's happy. The sun can shine, but we have huge with all the war and what's happening going around the world, when all the prices going up, and you have chaos all over the world. You know, so the sun is not just sweet; it's also evil.
Gotcha, wonderful. And talking about the album, 9 mind-blowing epic doom metal anthems, each song beautifully done, great work, and from the start to the end, the music was totally outstanding, as always Candlemass do. You just make the fans impress you, and it's amazing to talk about this album. Thank you so much for this beautiful music, Matt. And as a band, how do you feel about the outcome of this particular album?
Thank you very much. I must thank you that you say that. I'm very happy because we worked very lot with this album because the Door to Doom album was, like I said, Johan came in the last minute and we parted company with Mats. The album was recorded and we had to re-record it with Johan. So this album was, and then Tony Young came in and did guest performance. It was so much to step up to do a new album after Door to Doom, because we had a Grammy Award in America. We had so many. We won the Grammy in Sweden, and so we were more like, we have to do a really good Candlemass album, and we are like, we don't do albums. Of course, we do albums because we want the fans to listen to them and like them. But we go for ourselves a little bit, that we think that this is a good album, and if other people don't like it, then they don't like Candlemass.
Yeah.
And of course, everybody can't like Candlemass, but we have to do it, so we are proud of it. And at this time, we worked on it for 1 year. And Johan was in for 1 year to do it together with us. And I think I can hear that actually on the album, that we made a good Candlemass album. And like I said to another guy, I said, we have done what we can do with the new Candlemass album 2022. And if you don't, I don't care if people don't like it. Of course I care, but if somebody don't like it, then I just say, then you don't like Candlemass.
Absolutely.
If you don't, you don't have to like Candlemass. It's not. I say everybody don't have to like Candlemass. I don't like every band that's around. Yeah. It's the same with everybody. You have a different what kind of music you like. Yeah. But if you don't like this album, you don't like Candlemass.
Absolutely.
For sure, because if you love this album, then you love Candlemass. Then you like Candlemass.
It's true.
That's the way it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Awesome. And
we got really good. So I can hear all the. It's a good response on the interviews when I hear what people said about the album, and that makes us very happy and proud of what we actually done. Yeah.
It's true. Wonderful, wonderful, Mads. And you put up 2 amazing videos, great animated videos for Scandinavian Gods and Sweet Evil Son. Beautifully done, perfect video making. And I totally love the video, and the story behind these videos are totally depicted in an amazing way. So would you like to tell me a bit about the making of this video, and do you have plans to come up with more videos from this album?
Yeah, we talked about it. Now, we haven't plans for do more videos like that from the album. What we wanted to do was not to just standing on the stage or in our stage clothes and do a video that everybody else is doing. So the thing was that do more cartoon thing or something video videos instead of we standing there, because you can go to YouTube and see Candlemass play on all the gigs, you know. It's not interesting to do videos when you're standing there playing on the stage. I don't think it's interesting anymore. So the animated thing is more like, and he came up with the idea, and we were like, yeah, that's fantastic. And I think it turned out very, very well. It's something, it's not the same thing that all the bands are doing today. Of course, in the 80s and the 90s, and the beginning of the 2000s, it was very, very much that you were on stage and see the bands are doing it. I think it's totally uninteresting to do that. I think it's cooler to do something like this, to do an animated thing with the song, and that comes up with the song, and he did very well, because it comes out very well with the songs. What he did with animation. I think it came up very well.
Yes,
very well.
Absolutely awesome.
So I don't know if we see now. The next step is that the proper album is going to be released in the 8th of November. So therefore, maybe no more singles coming from the album. It depends a little bit. But this was like 2 teasers from the new album. That's what we did. And when the album is coming, I think it's more effort to put the promotion on the album. We see. I wouldn't say yes or no on that one.
Okay, gotcha. Wonderful. And do you have any special plans on the day after release on November 18th?
Yeah, the other plans we have that we are. I mean, this year we focused on Nightfall and Epicus for the whole year, and therefore we had the release in the end of the year, like now in the middle of November. We were supposed maybe to release it before, but we said that we concentrate on Epicus and Nightfall on 2022 when it comes to gigs. But so next year we're going to concentrate on a new album. But we still have to play all the classics, of course. But we're going to release the album and see. Then we hope we're going to do festivals, and we see. We're talking to go to America now in April, and then we see what's happening. But the whole 2023, we're going to promote the new album as much as we can, and how much the people want us, you know. So we just see the response of the new album now first, and then we concentrate on. But we're going to go to America in April, and we have festivals in the summer. That's for sure. And then we see what's happening if we do a proper tour or whatever.
Wonderful, wonderful, wonderful. And Candlemass, formed way back in 1984, decades of great musical awesomeness, a great fan base around the globe, and amazing music throughout the years. So how has the journey been for you so far, Mats?
It's been like, from the beginning it was, we've been underdogs all the time, you know. It's always been like Candlemass is, I mean, we're from a country that the bands here in Harlem style, they do radio-friendly music like Europe and all those bands. Has always been like, so we have always been a little bit of underdogs, but now we're not underdogs anymore, because when it came to Grammy Award in the USA and everything, it's only Candlemass and Ghost who actually got the chance to go there to be nominated in America. So for us, the whole career has been, when it started, it was more just for fun, and then it's grown up a little bit all the time. And when we came now to, when I see that Epicus Doomicus Metallicus, the first album we did together, came up like the best doom metal album after Sabbath, Bloody Sabbath, all time. That was something that blew me away when I saw that from an American magazine. That was like, no, this is beyond everything. If somebody has told me that in 1986, it would be, you are stupid. That's not going to happen, man. But it actually happened, and we have won 2 Swedish Grammy Awards in Sweden, and we have the Grammy Award in America. That was just a nomination, but the nomination in America is the biggest thing that happened in my career ever. That's not gonna. That's the biggest thing, and that's 36 years after you started the band. And when I see the audience today, that's also a thing. When I look back to my career, and when I see, like now when we played Belgium 2 days ago, it was like, when I see the audience in the front, it's like they wasn't even born when we did this Epicus and Nightfall, and when we just playing songs from Epicus and Nightfall, and they wasn't even born, and they sing along all the lyrics in every fucking song.
Wow.
It's girls and guys, and it's a new generation standing there singing along to those songs that I recorded in 1986. And that blows me away totally. I don't think about it that much. Whenever I see that, it gets my little bit thoughts in my head that this is so amazing. That's the best honor you have. That's the best honor you can have, to see those people, girls and guys standing there, maybe 25, 30 years old. They wasn't even born when we did this album. No.
Amazing. And Mats, finally, what would be the message that you want to give to the fans around the world?
I just want to say them thank you so much for supporting us, because without them, what would we be? It's the same when I come to hotels and stuff, and it's people standing there with records, you know, and want to have them signed and take a picture. And the first thing I do all the time, go to them. Same in Mexico, we were there for a couple of weeks ago. Was fans standing outside the hotel. The first thing I do, go to them and support them.
Amazing.
They supporting me.
Yes.
I support them. That's amazing for me. That's the most important thing. And I hate bands that don't do that, to don't understand, to try to be big-headed and think they are stars. You're not a star without the fans. No fucking way. Then you can go home and go to sleep. Yeah, that's the way it is.
So good. Awesome, Mats. And Mats, I want to thank you so much for giving me today this wonderful opportunity to talk to me and to discuss on Sweet Evil Son, your upcoming album. And thank you so much for the amazing music that you've been giving us for the last couple of decades. Great work from you and beautiful music, and looking for more great awesomeness from Candlemass. And I wish you and the entire band all the success in the coming days, and looking forward to see you guys on the road real soon.
Thank you for supporting us, man, and tons of respect to you, and thank you for talking to you. It's been great. Okay?
Thank you, Matt. Take care, Matt. Take care.
Take care. Take care, my friend. Take care.
Take care. Bye.
Bye.